Christina Diabate, touch tone for public speaking, persuasive speech. The topic is social media more harmful than good. Studies about whether or not social networking sites do more harm than good for young adults and teens. There has been many conversations on how much more harmful social networking sites can have that effect on young kids and adults. Social media is supposed to be a place that allows people to create content, share ideas, and interact with each other, but it also poses a threat of privacy, exposure to sexual predators, and cyberbullying attacks, etc., etc. Unrealistically, the truth of the matter is that social media is a toxic and unuseful if not used in the proper context. We call it weapons of mass distraction. Have you ever found yourself staring into your social media feed for hours at a time, wasting valuable and productive time? I call it the social media trap. And the content that we're seeing being created are clouding the judgment of the image of the young people's mind. And they need to know what's real and what is fake. And they need to know that the images that they see are photoshopped and sometimes not realistic. Some people aren't really all they post to be. Get it? On one hand, social media is supposed to be this great place used for connecting with people, selling products, it's a great source of income, staying connected. For example, an army soldier in Afghanistan can kiss his kids goodnight every night via messenger. A grandmother and grandfather that lives long distance get to see updated pictures the same moment that they're posted to social media sites. There are so many different social networking sites available for use, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, millions and millions and millions and billions of daily active users. This kind of information is being spread at the speed of light, and at any given moment is providing strangers with vital public information that can be used to track their every move. I remember a story of a young girl that was talking to a person that claimed to be a teenage boy with similar interests. The young man befriended the young lady, and they met in a public place. To her demise, when she actually met the person, it wasn't a young man, it was an older man. Long story short, the young lady was kidnapped, tortured, and never returned to see her family again. This is just one of the millions of horrific stories of, cyberbullying and teen suicide that has startled the nation, and we are now starting to bring more awareness to the issues. The unprecedented rate has raised public attention in mass media. The opposition would argue that social networking sites give people their own space to be creative and express themselves. They would argue that these blog sites represent fun and the only purpose is for socialization. In fact, there are many different means of social media misuse that include obtaining false and unreliable information, being subjected to sexual predators, being attacked by cyberbullies, and a loss of privacy. The rate of suicide compared to 1975 to 2015 has doubled between boys and young girls by the age of 15 and 19. This is the highest rate in the period span between 1975 and 2015. It's startling. It's a serious concern that needs to be addressed. We must understand that social media is known for its invasion of privacy and prevention of outdoor play and exercise for young people. The harmfulness for social media networking that comes from cyberbullying and privacy invasion is not the solution for our kids. This depression, this addiction to these social media sites, we have to stop and break the curse now. Overall benefit from pushing away from the phone screens and tablets and computers and getting active outdoor and being safe far outweigh the drawbacks. Social networking sites are the center of misconduct and manipulation. It takes away from valuable and productive time. Do you prefer to have your kids glued to computer screens and their ears plugged to headphones? We have to begin with this resolution to restrict our time of social media use and monitoring much more closely when we do have our kids on these type of sites, and restricting ourselves as well. There should be an age restriction in place throughout the sites that restrict the information that a kid can obtain. There needs to be stricter rules in effect to what a person can post to social media, as well as what we're showing to everyone else. The adults can do better as well by restricting themselves and blocking the information that they receive when they are on social media sites, and dedicating time to better learning activities and real-life interactions. The most important option is to get these kids outdoor and more active instead of distracted and confused by the bright lights of social networking sites. It is now time to live in the moment and leave the phone.